Draft guidelines for community forest habitat rights. Gram Sabhas will now cover the Gram Sabhas will have more power in the management of community forest reserve and habitat rights according to the new guidelines drafted by the Union Minister of Tribal Affairs. An increased representation of various user groups such as graziers, minor forest produce collectors, women and other groups dependent on forest, including the hamlets, also find mention in the two drafts. Draft were prepared by two committees formed by Minister of Tribal Affairs. The Committee to Manage CFR. It was headed by a civil servant and a member of Planning Commission NC Saxena, and one to look into the habitat rights was headed by former Secretary MOTA Rishikesh Panda. They have submitted the draft to the Union Tribal Ministry for review. The guidelines for CFR are aimed at creating Community Forest Resource Management Committee, an executive arm of Gram Sabhas, an executive arm of Gram Sabhas in managing the CFR areas. Power given to the Gram Sabhas in the draft. The Gram Sabhas will now integrate the committees that had traditional rights with the protection of wildlife, forest and biodiversity, catchment areas, water resources, and other ecological sensitive areas. Be empowered to carry out the powers and authority as laid out under Section 5 of Forest Rights Act. Also, file complaint before the state level monitoring committee under Section 7 and 8 of the Act in case of any violation. Make rules and issue appropriate directions for governance and conservation of community forest resources, including the functions of CMRC, conflict or dispute resolution, benefit sharing, issuance of transit permit, fund management, and regulating powers, functions, activities of CFMRC, making rules or issue directions for management of fund generated from various resources, approve CFR conservation and management plan, strategies and actions prepared suggested by the CFMRC. If required, Gram Sabha can modify the plan, suggested plans, actions and strategies. So the Gram Sabhas can modify suggested plans, actions, strategies including the community forest reserves, conservation and management plans, appoint any person or hire any institution, for extending the support to Gram Sabha for preparation of a CFR conservation and management plan. Any person or hire any institution it can hire for financial management or any activities coming under the purview of the Gram Sabha. Resolve any conflict or dispute related to the community forest resources governance and management. The guidelines also propose a financial independence of Gram Sabha through a fund which would get money from a various sale of forest produce, development grant from the government and non-profits, as well as the compensatory afforestation funds also to be managed. Compensatory afforestation funds also to be included in the funds of the Gram Sabha under the scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers. Scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers. Recognition of the Forest Rights Act FRA 2006. These scheduled tribes and traditional forest dwellers recognition of Forest Rights Act FRA, we can call Forest Rights Act 2006. Gram Sabhas can claim collective ownership over a patch of collective ownership. You have to remember this. There is collective ownership of over a patch of forest traditionally owned by you and used by the village in the form of CFR. The provisions grant them right to manage and conserve the community forest resource area. So the collective Grama Sabhas are entitled with the collective ownership of land under the Scheduled Tribes and other forest dwellers recognition of the Forest Rights Act. Habitat rights. See what are actually habitat rights. These habitat rights under the Forest Rights Act are granted to the PVTGs. Since the PVTGs are pre-agricultural communities, these rights are given over a fairly large area. However, the Forest Rights Act is not clear on the nature of the right. Section 3(1)(e) of the Act says these rights include community tenures of the habitat and habitation for primitive tribal groups and pre-agricultural communities. So these habitat rights under the Forest Rights Act. You can also see the scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers recognition of the Forest Rights Act. This is very important act. So Section 3(1)(e) of the Act says that these include community tenures of the habitat and habitation for primitive tribal groups and pre-agricultural communities. In the first habitat right was granted to Madhya Pradesh Baiga community in 2000. Madhya Pradesh Baiga community in the 2000 has granted the first the first habitat right granted to the Madhya Pradesh Baiga community in 2015. A tiger was used as an example to explain the community's habitat. The tiger was as an example for explaining the community's habitat. The tigers roam a large area in the forest when they hunt. The national parks as a whole become the habitat of the tiger, not just its dwelling or which would be the cave. Hence, there are 75 PVTG communities across the India, 75 PVTG communities across India, and yet only a few habitat rights titles have been given so far. Minister of Tribal Affairs therefore constituted an expert committee in February 2020 to improve the recognition and vesting process of community rights under FRA with a special focus on habitat rights of PVTGs. The draft created a committee observes that FRA does not define the habitat. The Forest Rights Act does not schedule tribes and other forest dwellers. Recognition of the Forest Rights Act does not define the habitat, but merely hints it at importance. It also defines habitat as a place where tribal and other traditional. It also defines habitat as place where tribal and other traditional forest dwellers have ancient connections in spiritual, cultural, social, burial grounds, birthplaces, temples, deities, and lands pursued as abodes of deities, including the ancestors, sacred lands, and plants, and areas used for festivals and processions and livelihood matters. Areas used for forest produce collection, fishing resources, seasonal cultivation areas, and collection of medicinal plants. So, such an vast interpretation has been given to what defines an habitat. Draft said habitat rights can be defined as a bundle of rights comprising of these connections with a landscape, livelihood, social and cultural practices embedded in the territory that forms their habitat. Many of these rights are not necessarily exclusive to one community and are often shared with other communities living in the habitat based on the traditions of mutuality and reciprocity. It also draws a distinction between the habitat rights and CFR. A distinction between the habitat rights and CFR. A distinction between the habitat rights and CFR is also saying that the latter, the community forest resource, are more important for fulfilling the material needs of the communities, such as livelihood generation, and may not include the entirety of the spiritual connection or belonging that community feels with the landscape. So the following are included in the habitat rights. So the following are included under the habitat rights: the right to perform all customary religious or cultural ceremonies in the landscape related to the clans, right to protect and conserve the natural entities and sacred sites recognized under the habitat rights, right to protect and conserve the places important for religious and spiritual purposes such as sacred groves, the right of passage to abodes and deities in the forest, hills, tops, origins of the rivers and other remote parts of the forest. So, the right to practice traditional cultivation systems and other livelihood generating activities, including the seasonal resource use. Habitat rights exclude any other traditional right of hunting. Habitat rights exclude any traditional right of hunting or trapping or extracting a part of body or species of wild animals. That is, hunting is excluded from the habitat rights. Also, right to practice traditional cultivation systems and other livelihood generation activities, including the seasonal resource use, are also included.